Meghan Markle will be the prime mover in relationship with Harry, expert reveals. Meghan Markle, 36, and Prince Harry, 33, are cementing their roles as Duke and Duchess. Now a body language expert has suggested Meghan will take the lead as the prime mover in the marriage. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been appointed by the Queen to take a pivotal role in the Commonwealth on behalf of the royal family. For the Prince, who is passionate about Africa especially as a part of the Commonwealth, and Meghan, who has a history of humanitarian work, it's a major job. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex attended the Nelson Mandela Centenary Exhibition at Southbank Centre's Queen Elizabeth Hall on the 17th of July as part of the important work. The exhibition explores the life and times of Nelson Mandela and marks the centenary of his birth. Meghan appeared to mean business at the event, wearing a smart coat dress and earnestly talking with attendees. Now a body language expert has claimed that the Duchess seems posed to be the prime mover in her and Prince Harry's relationship. Judy James said, "If Meghan is going to be the prime mover in this new power couple, then Harry appears more than happy and proud to watch her do so." Pointing to one image of the two looking down at one another, Judy claims it reveals Harry's adoration for his new wife. She said, "Here he throws her an admiring and very loving smile, looking down on her with his lips closed and his eyes narrowed and crinkled. They appear to be sticking to the hands-off rule here, and their facial expressions do appear to be compensating, with this intense look of love." As a consequence, Meghan grins up at her husband but shoves one hand in her pocket in what looks like a bid to avoid touching him, as she clearly longs to do. Despite the passion evident between the newlyweds, Meghan is plainly keen to jump into her role as a Duchess, Judy said. When speaking with attendees at the event, Judy said, "Meghan's head is tilted to signal authentic listening, her lips are slightly pursed, and the way she holds her left hand to her chest and neck suggests empathy, although it also allows her to display her wedding ring to the world in a subliminal gesture of pleasure at her change of status. Her feet are slightly splayed here in gesture of intrinsic confidence, and her eyes tilt down diagonally to show evaluation of the conversation." The Prince is taking a behind-the-scenes role here, although he does seem to be moving the Duchess on, although politely. Meghan, Judy claims, is oblivious to this. Harry stands behind her and looks suspiciously keen to move her on, Judy explained. He looks down and his hands rise up and out as though trying to steer her on politely, although her signs suggest she's firmly into her conversation. In another conversation, Meghan shows similar authentic interest, according to the body language expert. Meghan in what looks like deep, non-superficial conversation mode. Her left hand is raised in a truncated gesture and her eyes stare ahead in a sign that she is absorbing what she's hearing. In these poses it's very much Meghan's call as she dominates the chat while Harry watches from a distance. Here he watches with one hand held up across his body in a partial barrier gesture. Who is Meghan Markle? Quick profile. Meghan Markle was born Rachel Meghan Markle, on August 4, 1961 to parents Doria Ragland and father Thomas Markle. Her father was previously married to Rosalind Lovelace, and Meghan has two elder half-sibling, sister Samantha Markle and brother Thomas Markle Jr. Actress. Meghan's first television appearance in the USA was in an episode of the medical drama General Hospital in 2002. She later moved on to roles in CSI, Without a Trace and Castle, along with bit parts in Hollywood films including Get Him to the Greek, Remember Me, and Horrible Bosses. Meghan was also a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal, but her most famous role was as Rachel Zane in legal drama Suits, which launched in 2011. She was written out in the finale of the 7th series when her character got married, which aired in April 2018, just before she got married herself. Charity and humanitarian work. Meghan Markle's career in television has gone hand in hand with her support for causes close to her heart. She wrote about the stigma around menstrual health in an article for Time magazine and was a global ambassador for World Vision Canada, with whom she traveled to Rwanda for the charity's Clean Water campaign. And her commitment to gender equality has seen her work with the United Nations, receiving a standing ovation in 2015 for her speech to mark International Women's Day. Relationships. In September 2011, she wed film producer Trevor Inchelson, who she began dating in 2004. But the pair divorced 2 years later in August 2013, citing irreconcilable difference. She was in a relationship with celebrity chef Corey Vitello for almost 2 years, before they broke it off in 2016, but the two remain good friends. And in June 2016, she met Prince Harry on a blind date set up by a mutual friend. Their relationship began in October that year, and just over 1 year later, on November 27, 2017, the pair announced their engagement. They married on May 19, 2018 at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. Meghan's heritage. Some have claimed Meghan Markle is the first mixed-race member of the royal family. Historians are still arguing about Queen Charlotte, the wife of King George III. But Meghan will be the first royal to openly embrace a mixed-race heritage. She has written about the difficulties of being a biracial actress in Hollywood, as she claims she is not black enough for some roles and not white enough for others.